Hello, I'm Kirill. I'm a UX designer and I review side projects through one lens. Could this become a business? 5 minutes, just my honest thoughts. Let's look at BragBook today. Okay, so looking at the what is this and what's the audience? 10 seconds. Hmm. Okay, so overall, I would say very good. I understand what this does, what's really the benefit. I think it hits my own pain point as well. What's not very clear is that tech professionals is a very broad one. So I'm not confident that this is for designers like myself. It shows some visuals, but this is not clear. Also, the visual is pretty small, so it's kind of yeah, I have to guess what this is, and seems quite a complicated tool in itself. But overall, not too bad. I would give it a 4 out of 5. Okay, who is this for? Audience. So tech professionals is very broad. Obviously, is not as bad as everyone in the world, but this is too broad and almost like feels like a generic like a solution for no one. So I would give it a 3 out of 5 for the audience clarity. Let's look at the page as a whole. Okay, so clear call to action. That's great, very prominent. I like it. The label is very confusing though. It sounds like I am going to download something if I click it, like some kind of guide. Accessibility concern here. So green, light green on light background green is not enough, not sufficient color contrast for accessibility. So double check that. Okay, some features. Okay, it has the accomplishment. Mhm. So I see like 4 key features, which is not too bad, but I would love to have it more focus. So and focus ideal on one, maximum 2 features. Also, animated images. There must be a way to be able to pause, stop animation. Accessibility concern. Sharing. Okay, what's next? Build a creator that can ignore it. Custom. Okay, it feels like a lot of features. I'm not convinced this is really necessary, and I'm questioning. I have a feeling that the founder didn't talk to any users, and especially if it's just all tech professionals, probably really hard to find the users to really focus on. So it feels broad, generic in a way. Third-party integrations. When I say GitHub, I assume immediately that it's for engineers. Okay, pricing. Okay, that's present. Not too bad. Clear comparison. Free option. That's good. FAQ. Good. Okay. So yeah, not too bad. But very overloaded with features. First reaction. Um, I'm not sure why you need so much. So I would give it a 3. So my feeling is that you didn't really validate this with users. Probably 9 out of 10 features of this tool is not needed by the users really. Okay, so let's see, because it sounds like a problem, but with maybe not a painful problem itself. So let's see how this looks like. What's that? Work. How do you call this? Track your work. Uh, track work accomplishments. Tool. I have a feeling there must be a lot of tools like this. Okay. Okay, I'll just brag doc tool. Okay, there are a bunch of templates already, lots of already tools existing. So yeah, why would I choose yours? I don't know. Like it doesn't seem to have any unique features. Also, again, an overkill from the product point of view. I still have to manually log it, right? So it's just kind of AI massaging and polishing the content, they copy, but I have to write it. I have to remind myself. So it's almost, yeah. I don't see any differentiation why I need to choose this over versus like, free notepad or any other tools that exist already. So yeah, no differentiation. I would give it a 2 out of 5. Uh, okay, and viability. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a painful enough problem to pay for this. So I would not pay for this. For me, especially, I looked at this. Like this is looks like definitely a bunch of features that users didn't really beg for. So collections, entries. So it's almost like I'm repeating my resume points or LinkedIn points. So there are already platforms that almost like should have this embedded or is the right medium for communicating this with the target audience, which is recruiters or hire managers, I assume. Also sharing. So almost like, do I need to have like another link to share now? So potentially Figma link if I'm a designer, portfolio link, website link, LinkedIn link. Now there's a BragBook link as well. So I would not use this. So from the viability, I don't think it's a good business as is. So my verdict is to kill or keep. I would say there is a chance you can pivot and focus specifically on the, let's say, one particular audience. So if you take a designer need and just really talk to them and understand what's really the gap, because there is a gap about being able to capture all these wins and accomplishments along the process. So it's always like people forget about this. It's not the priority, and then at the end of the year they need to memorize what was done. So it's an existing problem, but I don't see how this is a good enough solution to make it a business. So unless it's like a hobby project, yeah, business wise, I would say my verdict is changing as a possibility, but focus on one particular audience. So my recommendation for the next step would be next week, choose one audience that resonate with you more, that you have more connections and more involved in this community, and reach out to them and just talk to them, ask them a few questions, do some customer development interviews, and understand if that's the real problem. And yeah, this looks like an over-engineered solution based on just what founder assumed is really needed. Also, BragBook is not a very well defined term, so not every one person would understand what this means. So I would question the terminology here. As a brand, it's okay, but like in the value proposition Brag document, not everyone will get it. Okay, so this is like what I got from the quick overview without going into deeper details. If you want to have like an actual walkthrough of the product or competitive review of landscape, and I know more detailed discussions, I have a 30 minutes paid session service that you can find in the link in the description. Ciao.